Right. So this is Art of the Sports Interview, week one, and I'm here with Julia Rowland. So, Julia, what is your favorite sports memory?
My favorite sports memory was from last summer. I was competing for Team Israel in the World Championships for women's lacrosse in Baltimore, Maryland. And we were in our third game of pool play. So you play 5 games in pool play. And we were playing against the other big dog, if you will, in Pool B in Puerto Rico. And it was just our best game overall. From start to finish, it was super competitive, super tight, and you don't have a ton of those games in the World Championships because there's tends to be a pretty big disparity between levels of play. But towards the last quarter of the game, our coach put in myself along with 2 other attackers. Some we had been in and off the field, but she had put us in, the three of us together, and we just kind of gelled and made things click. So we made a comeback. I was able to put us ahead 1 goal, and then seal the deal at the end of the game, put us ahead 2. But it was just really top-notch lacrosse, a ton of fun. The energy was great. We were playing on the stadium field with thousands of people watching, and it was just a really fantastic experience.
That's awesome. And so, why did this moment stand out to you compared to the other moments that you've had playing lacrosse?
This moment was big because playing for a country, for especially a country of Israel's history, which is, short but powerful, means a lot to my family, to the Jewish people. And to be able to wear Israel across your chest in any occasion is just an experience unlike any other. I've played at the top level in college lacrosse. I played at the top level in high school, in many different sports, and nothing compares to playing for people who want to see the sport grow. And it means so much, to see Israel succeed. Additionally, like a game like that, it's just competitive. It was rooted in passion, and that's kind of what pushed us through. So that's probably why that game, that memory stood out to me most. And then otherwise, so I'm actually half Jewish, half Catholic. But my mother's Jewish, so if you by Judaism standards, you are whatever your mother is. And my grandmother had passed away, my mom's mom, about 3 months before the World Championships, and she was the biggest supporter in my becoming a citizen of Israel and playing for the national team. And it just meant a lot to be able to be there playing for her when she was no longer able to be there physically.
I know you touched upon it a little bit there, but how did this change your perspective on how you looked at not only like lacrosse, but just sports in general, playing for like the national team compared to playing in college, high school, everything like that?
Yeah, I think, if I could rank for you, like the biggest impact, I think country is 1, high school is 2, and college is 3. And a lot of people might object to that, but having done all 3, um, there is nothing like playing for your country. And there's nothing as a high schooler like playing for, the town that you've lived in for 18 years alongside the kids that you grew up with.
Yeah.
And at college, that's not there. You all chose to be there, but there's a level of like, okay, I'm here to serve myself and kind of make my next step to being, an educated adult in the world. But just for lacrosse, I mean, the game of lacrosse has afforded me so many opportunities that never in my life would I have imagined. When my dad first put a stick in my hand at, age 2 or 3 or whatever it was. But I think playing for the national team and just on the world stage, you realize that it's so much more than a game. And that's just like a really small fraction is X's and O's, putting the ball in the back of the net, keeping it out of the other one. And for me, it just kind of made me aware that like, wow, this game can help you transcend, so many cultures and learn about different people and provide opportunities. This World Championship, I think there were 35 teams there, and Uganda was supposed to field their first national team, but due to visa issues, they weren't able to get over, and it was really sad. But like, there are a lot of new programs there that they were providing these opportunities to young women, which they normally don't have in all these countries that are not here or not Israel. And it's just really special to be a part of something like that in the bigger picture.